Hey guys, it's your boy Dean Pro. Welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone's doing well. And today we are back with some more Breakout Infinite content. In particular, we'll be talking about what's coming next season. So, Landmark interviewed the developer today. I think the video was posted 9 hours ago. I'll leave the link in the description below. And it discusses things like loot, recoil, armor, ammo, pretty much the changes that are coming next season, right? And there's some things I'm happy about, some things I'm not happy about. He also tried to squeeze some answers out of him in regards to Steam, among other things. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So number one of the main things he asked him was, I shouldn't say number one, but one of the main things he asked me was the loot, where the loot currently is at, and how the loot is going to look in the future. So devs pretty much said loot has been buffed across the board, and not only loot has been buffed, but also they've added extra loot outside the hotspots. So expect to see extra safes and stuff outside of the hot zones, more containers and such. And they're trying to cater to people that don't like just running into the hot zone and running out. So everyone has a fair chance of making money, which is pretty good, I think, given how lackluster the loot currently is, especially on like Lockdown TV. So that's definitely a move in the right direction. What's not a move in the right direction, he talked about armor buffs. So I mean, we all know how expensive the ammo is at the moment, like T5 ammo, and now with red ammo even more expensive. Yellow ammo are expected to go even higher, and now the TTK has increased even more. So it used to take a lot less bullets to kill someone. Now I'm assuming it's going to take even more. They nerfed the range, so I don't know how I feel about the armor buff, but they said the goal is definitely to give players a bit more control during gunfights, like to be able to retreat and whatnot. I don't know how I feel about that once again. I think in an extraction shooter like this, you don't want to turn into like a war zone where TTK is huge and you just need to unload a freaking 90 round mag with an RPK into someone to kill them. But that is where they're going with the armor. In addition, they discussed recoil. So in some instances, they nerfed the recoil on some weapons, and they also buffed the recoil on others. He did not mention anything about the fire rate, but I'm guessing this is part of the recoil rework. Like, we know the M4 got nerfed, we know the MCX got nerfed, we know a bunch of other weapons like the MP5 got nerfed across the board, and then all the weapons took a massive hit to effective range, like huge hit to effective range. Like the M4 has an effective range of 40, which is very silly. It just forces people to play TV Station now, which is kind of silly, but whatever. So that's where we are in terms of the recoil and stuff. Next up, there's discussing ammo. So they're saying pretty much they want to control the rarity of red ammo, how often it appears, how often it circulates through people, and how often it gets used. And they pretty much achieved that by not by making a founding rate only, but by buffing the price significantly. Not by buffing, nerfing should I say, because now M61 costs like 17k, which is nothing to people like me that have about 400 million in their bank account. But others, I don't know. I mean, each their own, but I don't see that as a huge nerf. You do see less M61s now, but still a red ammo can still one tap you. I mean, look, if the balance was never wrong with the red ammo is supposed to be exotic, it's supposed to hit hard, but it's just how easy to obtain it is. That's the issue with it. So I don't know how they're gonna continue to balance that out. They just keep making it more and more expensive, but that sort of defeats the purpose in the long term. Next up, T7s, love it or hate it. T7s are here to stay up, unfortunately. They're only gonna make them a lot more expensive. You just have to do a higher trade. So I'm assuming these things will start skyrocketed like 5-6 million at least per one, which I still don't think it's enough, but that's, I think, the direction they're taking at. Next up, he probed about Solo. So interesting fact, right? So Solo is coming to Northridge and TV Station. So I think it's coming to maps that have a lot of spawn points so they can fit as many people as possible in there. So expect to see Solo, Northridge and TV Station. I think TV Station is probably the best because of how compact it is, and also discourages ratting. It's a bit harder to rat in TV Station. There's gonna be rats no matter what, but it's a lot easier to rat in a bush on farm than it is to rat on TV Station, because people now are getting wiser. They know where all the rat spots are, and you can pretty much hear anyone from any side of the map and you know exactly where they are. So that's, I think, good that Solo's coming to Northridge and TV Station. Those are the two most exciting maps. I mean, farm is my favorite map, but let's face it, the loot is not where it needs to be on farm to compete with Northridge or TV Station. TV Station right now is the best. So I entered season 2, I think, for about 70-80 million. I'm sitting on 400 now, and most of that has come from TV Station. I mean, if you're not playing TV Station, you're doing yourself a disservice. That's the problem. Like, you're forced to play TV Station in order to make bang. I mean, you can still make a lot of bank, but yeah, it's just a lot easier on TV Station. That's what I'm saying. And one more thing to note, solo will be lockdown only, so it won't be forbidden. And they did not mention anything about putting any limits on lockdown. We know there's limits coming to normals, but there's no limits coming to lockdown. So I found that a little bit interesting, a little bit disappointing. On the bright side, though, we're getting a lot of quests for skins. So they'll bring a lot of skins that are free of charge for players to. It just gives you an incentive to pretty much do the stupid seasonal quests. I hope they make it more impactful, more meaningful, because I haven't done mine and I have no regrets over it either. Excuse me if I'm being completely honest with you guys. Zero regrets. Like, I don't care for the skins. I don't care for the loot that you get out of it. Now, while we're on the topic of reward quests and skins, it's important to note they discussed monetization in the game. You can now outright either buy bundles or buy specific part of the bundle, like, for example, uniforms or weapons or melee weapons, right? So that's the upside there. And last but not least, they discussed Steam release. Unfortunately, they have no date on it yet, but they are pushing for it to come out as soon as possible. By the sound of things, it should be coming this year. But I wouldn't hold my breath. I think they know it's a priority to get this game Steam ready. I'm assuming it's going to come next season, so not season ignition, but the next true season when it launches in the official season 2. But yeah, like, you can obviously tell they're feeling the pressure to release on Steam, which is a good thing. They never spoke about this before, like in this detail. At least now we know where their mindset is at and where they plan to take this game in the future. Anyways, that's it for today. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and I hope to catch you guys in the next video. Peace.